better make this before Kanye interrupts me. Yeah, he did it again. Sort of, kind. Not really, but that's actually not the point this time. Wasn't planning on talking about the Grammys. I did this a couple years ago. It was kind of a who cares moment in Cover Killer Nation history, where it was definitely exposed that most of you don't give a flying fudge about the Grammys, which is fine. But last night, there was a great Grammy moment. There was a moment that I think was really a long time coming and very well deserving. Beck won the Grammy for Album of the Year, and as a lot of you have no doubt woken up to realize and see via social media and other different methods of receiving your news, Kanye nearly interrupted him walking on stage, to which Beck has now famously said, "I need some help, please come back up here." Kanye didn't, obviously. A lot of people, myself included, I thought it was kind of just a little bit of a playful jab. There was nothing really there. It was just so happened the fact that Beck was in the same category as a Beyonce album. It wasn't a playful jab. It wasn't just a joke. Kanye once again is mad that Beyonce, or Bey, has gotten the snub. Beck won this award for his album Morning Phase, which was released in 2014, and is, quite frankly, a very stunning achievement for Beck. If you remember Beck from the 1990s, yes, he's been around for more than 20 years. Kanye did not just, discover him. If you remember Beck from the 1990s, he has a very, very expansive repertoire. He is truly a poet. He's really got artistry and poetic charm and music flowing through his veins and within his family system. So this is something that one could actually potentially hypothesize, say, was handed down to him through his genetics. Kanye doesn't think so. Kanye believes, in an interview that he did after the Grammys, that this is disrespectful to innovation. This is disrespectful to artistry. That whenever great albums such as the one that Beyonce dropped get the snub, it's a slap in the face. And that Beck should actually hand his Grammy Award over to Beyonce. First of all, my initial question is, what does that achieve? What does Beyonce get? She gets a Grammy Award that has Beck's name on it. Beck won the award. Him handing that over to her means jack and shit. Secondly, I understand that an album that is more than just an album, one that has both a visual as well as an audio media to it, can be seen as transformative. It can be seen as more than just an album. It can be seen as a short film. It can be seen as a way in which each song is documented and represented through the artistry of filmmaking, as opposed to just the artistry of sound. It's something that couples the two together. And of course, he means transformative because he loved the record. That the music itself was, really, 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 really good. Good enough to nearly, interrupt Beck's award ceremony. Kanye West is also the same man who at one point had a song, I believe, on the Watch the Throne or the Good Music album called Gooder. Great English. Kanye, I have a couple things that I need to say to you, and it's something that's going to be addressed very simply. Why are you so damn thirsty for Beyonce? This is the second time that you defended her. It's not that Beyonce is getting the snub. Just being nominated for a Grammy Award is truthfully an honor. It's something that a lot of artists, a lot of great groups, solo or, band, have never gotten the opportunity to even sit there among their peers at the stage that is, really seen to be as the highest pinnacle of your craft, and even be, respected enough to get a nomination. I'm sure this is something that happens within your own subgenre. I'm sure there's a lot of individuals that felt that they got snubbed for the Grammys. And this is something that happens literally in all genres throughout the entirety of music. If you notice, there was an award for country music. There was an award for pop. There was many awards for pop, really. There was an award for rock. There was not one for heavy metal. There was not one for jazz or for blues or or for various other things. Most of the awards for technicians and producers and the people that actually work tirelessly behind the scenes in order to help ensure that these albums are exactly what they are, become what they become. The industry individuals, the respected producers, the directors of sales, the folks that actually do things for this business that isn't in front of the microphone. And then, like I said, other genres of music that are left off of the main show, because if everything were included in the main show, the show would last literally all afternoon. And that's understandable. I really don't know if a heavy metal award being awarded on national TV would actually do something. Not these days, because a lot of people tend to have a whole hell of a lot of disrespect for that. A lot of people want to wear the t-shirts and make that believe that that means something, but whenever something actually happens within it, you don't give a shit. It's just a fucking fashion statement. And that's not really why I'm here. I'm actually here because what you did to Beck is just as disrespectful as what you did to somebody who I have actually disrespected a lot in my past, and that's Taylor Swift. Apparently you guys have mended your fences. It only took you about 7 years. Where you been? Well, I can tell you where you've been. What's your fascination with Beyonce, man? Beyonce's got a man. Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing fine. They've got a net worth that's in the billions. They have many successful enterprises. They're both musicians that are doing fantastic things. Okay? Now, that hurts me a little to say, but I understand the truth behind it. Both of them dropped albums that were surprises, and both of them surprised the world by really being very solid pieces of work. These are albums that really were meant to kind of set the bar a little bit higher. Does that make something an album of the year, though? The real answer to that question is no, it doesn't. It doesn't make it an album of the year. An album of the year encompasses a whole hell of a lot more than just that. The artistry has to be centered around the musical composition. Just because you put a music video in with your song, with every single one of them, whether you put in a short film, a documentary, a biopic, you could write a whole entire album about Fidel Castro and include a biography, a biopic, and a motherfucking Topps trading card, and that wouldn't guarantee you album of the year. It all comes down to the votes. It all comes down to the voters. It all comes down to who thought what album was worthy of the award. Beyonce, once again, got the snub. It happens. It happens to a lot of people. Think of bands like Anthrax. You probably can't think of that because you think that's a disease. I like Tenacious D, but Anthrax had a hell of a song. Were they snubbed? Am I pissed about that? Not really. Because that subgenre's award is a joke. It's a joke. This should have been just a joke. This should have been just a joke where you mocked going on stage just like you did whenever Taylor accepted her award for Video of the Year. And that should have been it. You should have kept your big mouth shut. You want the truth? Kanye, do yourself a favor. Do the world a favor, and do me a favor while you're at it. Because I'm a music consumer. We're the people that actually dictate whether or not you deserve to be on that stage. We don't, we don't purchase the albums. You're not there. Doesn't matter who the fuck you are. Do yourself a favor and shut the fuck up. And Jay-Z, I'd worry if I were you. Because this is twice this guy's done this. To your wife. Dude probably has a security camera in her bedroom. Dude's fucking watching her do everything. Shower, take a shit, take a bath, walk the dog, singing to herself. If you're away and she's toying around with herself, he's got proof. At least, that's how I would take this. Kanye, you're a little obsessed. Not to mention, you didn't discover Paul McCartney. I know that wasn't you, that was the idiots that surround. But still, you're not God's gift to music. Hell, you're not even Satan's gift to music. You're no one's gift to music. You're just a musician. Just like everybody else that was there that night. Show the same respect that you would want shown to you, Kanye. Because if this happened to you, you'd be outraged. You'd be flipping out. But whenever you do it, you think it's alright. Sad. Absolutely sad. Make another My Dark Twisted Fantasy and I may forgive you. But I doubt it.